Now here we are looking forward to the Universal Graphics Junior Championship Final. You may see something maybe a little familiar from last year's preview of this one. We're joined again by the representatives of the Sean McDermott Club. We've Ciarán Murphy, Mark Coonahan, Brian McQuaid, Sean McElvanny, and indeed then we have Nigel McQuillan alongside us here as well. Brian, I'm not going to dwell on last year. You were there, didn't work out for you, but credit where credit's due and character shown in the team and the club. You are back again and back on the big day once more.
Yeah. Should I say good to be back, I suppose. Well, last year, we've learned things from last year. We sat down at the start of this year and seen what we had to work on and focus on, and we've done that. And I suppose we're here now. You're back here again.
You are indeed. League form shows as well that you are the in-team in junior football at the moment.
Yeah, definitely so. Things are going good, but we're just going game by game basis. It's the way to work. We don't really get ahead of ourselves. And so all's going good.
All's going good. Sean beside me here as well from I suppose on the outside of it, looking in, chairman of the club and that as well. It would have been a difficult wrap up maybe to the end of the year last year, to go into two finals and to lose them. A bit of picking up, a bit of soul searching maybe, as Brian said, over the winter, and you're back and fresh and ready to go again.
Yeah, it was hugely disappointing. Like, it was a big build up to the final last year. It was our first final in, I don't know, it must have been 13 or 14 years, and there was a lot of build up around the parish, and it was hugely disappointing. But I'd say the team's shown great character, and they're a great bunch of lads, and they've came together and worked doubly hard this year, and they're back in the final again and duly worth their place there.
Yeah. There'll be a lot to be picked up from that then. Experience is always a big vital thing, no matter what level you're playing at or where you're going. So that experience of being there last year will be a big factor.
Well, it should help to some extent, but at the end of the day, it's all on the day, and it's both teams are in there, and whoever performs best on the day will come out on top. You know, having the credentials or having experience or having that, just not going to win you on your own unless you go out and do the business on the day.
Which is the big thing. Ciarán, from a management perspective, I'm sure then as well, the bit of building, the bit of going back, the bit of looking, the bit of character to get this team back here once more.
Yeah, we'd like to think we learned a lot from last year. As Brian said, we sat down at the start of the year. We brought Mark in, who's been a huge addition to us, and players have bought into what we wanted to do, and thank God we're back there now. So hopefully we can go all the way.
How difficult a decision was that maybe as a management team to sit down, obviously use up your selectors and the team that you worked with, to have to look outside the club and think, do we need something a little different here to maybe just mix it up again?
I suppose last year with myself I had Danny Clerkin, who's a great club man, but Danny just couldn't commit this year, so then we looked to see who could we get, who would fit the bill, and thank God we got Mark, and he's been excellent for us this year, so it's great to have that.
Come with a good pedigree, Mark. No pressure on you here. Obviously, you have an All-Ireland title to your name with your own club on the intermediate level. I know this is obviously back then in junior football. How difficult was it for you maybe to go from your own club? Obviously, you won't be competing against each other, but into a club and be welcomed into the Shawns.
Yeah, it's I suppose stepping out from your own club is always a bit different, but I couldn't have stepped into a better club, to be honest. It's a fantastic setup. The Shawns have everything from their committee, supporters, players, they all buy in, and they're all pushing very hard to get the Shawns up into intermediate this year.
It's a thing about it as well, and remarked here, the character of the team, maybe on you from the outside looking in would have seen this. Obviously the management are aware of their panel and their players, and that you're coming in maybe as the stranger into it, and I'm sure you've seen something special with them as well. Yeah,
it's not easy losing two finals. You know, there's a lot of question marks left hanging around after that, but at the start of the year the ways were hell bent on getting back, and they've shown nothing but dedication to get back to it. So it's full credit to the players, yeah.
It certainly is. Looking forward to it. Nigel, as well, I suppose, from a management perspective, then you're the kind of the one that keeps the calm among them all here, I've been informed. Is that right?
Just keep the rows down. That's as much as I do, so it is. So, no, there hasn't been much rows. The boys are great, and Mark brought a lot of new ideas and stuff, like, you know, and everybody's bought into it, so we're here again, so ready to go Sunday.
Yeah, and I suppose that's all you can do as well. And the occasion won't overwhelm you in any way. Being there, having done that, not to say it overwhelmed you last year, but at least you know what's ahead of you. You can look forward to the big day, maybe more so this year. Having been there, you just don't want the disappointment again.
No, you definitely don't want the disappointment again, but just as Brian says, we take it one game as it comes. Each game as it comes, it's a final, it's another game plus, and go out on Sunday and perform.
Currin are going to be the ones that you're going up against then as well. You nod your head to that one straight away. You two have been the kind of leading lights in this junior league as well. So it's the two best that are there. That's what you expect at this time.
Oh, that's what you're up against. You know, if you sat down at the start of the year, you'd sort of be thinking that might be the way it'll work out, like, and that's it. But same again, like we said, we just have to focus on Sunday and take it as it comes.
Is all you can do. Sean, you mentioned there about the big build-up last year, obviously, around the area. Again, I see the flags, the bunting and everything's going up. It's a massive lift for within the community when something like this comes about, and it gives a boost right whole way down, I've mentioned before, to underage players and that when they start to see the senior team appearing on the big days.
Yeah, well, it's wonderful for any club to be involved in a championship again. That's what it's all about. That's what we put in the long, hard hours for weekends like this. And so really, you know, it's great to see everyone putting in as much effort again this year, and the enthusiasm around the place. We had our big breakfast morning last Saturday, and very, very well attended. And as you say, all the kids and everyone showing their colours. So it's fantastic to be involved.
It is indeed. I don't think you didn't have the big breakfast yourself, Brian. Maybe you're probably on the strict game diet now, are you?
Yeah, you know it. You know it. Yeah, no, keeping healthy for the big game. Yeah, of course.
Opposition, as I mentioned there, Currin as well, coming up against them. It's their first championship in quite a number of years, so obviously it's a massive occasion from their perspective too. You as a player preparing for it this year, do you find yourself even mentally slightly different approaching it this year?
Not really, no. When I finally have to be completely focused, and as Nigel was saying, Currin are a good team. They have some very good footballers and that, and it's the best team that's going to win it in the day, and just I hope that's us.